Welcome.
Welcome. So every month we come on here, and it's usually the second Monday of every month. We'll come on here to give you some tips and tricks and some ideas on how to stay healthy, fit, and strong through the summer and beyond. So it's not just for summertime, but we're talking a lot about summer stuff right now. So we've got all kinds of cameras going on here. So anyways, we want to welcome you, and if you have any questions or comments, please go ahead, and if there's a place to ask a question, type it in and we'll get back to you on that. If you are interested in finding out more about us, we'll tell you more at the end.
Definitely.
How you can find
us.
So anyways, today we're going to talk a little bit about Freedom and Fuel, staying healthy, fit, and strong through July. I know we're already halfway through July. I feel like it.
I mean, it's not going as fast as some of the other months, but yeah, I feel like
already the 14th.
It is already halfway.
Which is like, it just started. And we're supposed to, that's kind of weird. July is all about freedom, celebration, enjoying life, but also about fueling our bodies so we feel strong, energized, not sluggish, and burnt out.
Yes.
And that's what we want you to be able to just enjoy the summer, be able to be there for your family. And remember, we don't want you to struggle with a diet. We don't want you to worry about everything that you put into, everything.
It doesn't have to be a fad.
It doesn't. And we don't want you to struggle with, having to go to parties and feel like you can't eat anything. You are there to make memories with your family. So you need to know that, if you're doing things on the downtime and you're preparing your body, then you can go into those parties, you can go into those festivities and not have to think about everything that you put into your mouth.
Yeah.
There's always healthier options, but you also want to indulge a little bit. So one of the things is, what is one word, or what do you want more of this summer? So write it down. Think of that. Make it out your screensaver. Just one word. Maybe it could be more confidence,
energy,
to be calm. What do you want? A little bit of patience, because all your kids are home. Just fun. Make it be fun.
Yeah. Just one word. We'd love to see what you post.
Yeah, and you can put it in the comments. Yeah, you can put it in the comments. Put it out there. We always say just put it out there for others to see. It's a way to kind of stay accountable to yourself and to have others help you to be held accountable.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about some tips on what we can do.
Yeah, we want to hydrate. We want to make sure that we're doing it smarter, not harder. But we want to make sure that in that hydration, you can do quick DIYs. Just a splash of sea salt in your water. Also, we have a great recharge hydration with doTERRA. You guys have a good hydration thing, don't you?
We have hydration. We have a grapefruit. They did have a new one that was just a seasonal, so it might not be there. But grapefruit's typically it. You just put it in your water. There's even over at Ascent, which we have over at Body Boot Camp. It is so good. It's a mango orange.
Oh.
It's mango orange. So it's not like, it's a protein. So it's 20 grams of protein. So it's protein, but it's not like those milk-based proteins where you feel you have to drink those right away. This is one you can just put in your water bottle. It's not a whole lot of ingredients. Some things you're going to see a ton of things. If you see too many ingredients, you probably don't want to put it into your body.
Yeah, and you can get some extra phytonutrients into your water too by adding fruits and veggies and infusions. Lemon and lime for the essential oils. I put grapefruit essential oil in my water today. We have some really great ones that are just to help you drink more water because a lot of people just don't like to drink water. So if you can add some additional little flavorings to it, that's just simple to do at home. Some frozen blueberries, some strawberries, some lemon, some lime, whatever you can add, and cucumbers.
Mint.
Make sure that, mint's a great one.
Plant some mint, and if you keep it near a watered area, all of a sudden my fiance Jeff did not think it was going to come back. It looked dead, and all of a sudden, boom! It was popped up, and it gets big. And you want to drink at least half your body weight in ounces of water. But in the summertime, I would recommend drinking more than that, especially if you're outside and it's hot.
I like to say 2/3 because especially at the elevation that we're at, our kidneys do need to work harder.
So a minimum of half your body weight, and then and then just add some extra electrolytes, other things to stay hydrated so that you don't, so you just drink more.
And the essential oils in your water can help to cleanse and support detoxification, and it'll last all day. But I don't recommend just any essential oils. There are specific ones that you can ingest. Exactly.
So make sure you read it.
If you need some information on that, just give me a call, you know, contact me. Don't just go grab something from the store and say that it's okay to ingest. It's not. Okay, so just make sure that you're knowing what you're doing there.
All right, so on to our next tip, a quick 5-minute movement break that you can take. So let's say you're busy on time, or maybe it's lunchtime and you know you didn't get your workout in that day. Simple things you can do is 30 seconds of squats.
Do we want to do them?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Cool.
And we're going to show you. Probably we're going to be in and out of this. We're there.
Okay. Sort of.
All right. So a few things you can do. So mini challenge. Get your body moving, right? You just want to get it moving. And then 30 seconds of squats. Okay. So when you do your squats, you want to make sure your butt is sitting back.
Okay.
Leaning back. Half my head's going to be cut off.
Do we put?
And then so you want to make sure you know if you're on a chair.
Okay. Hello.
All right. Any issues? Okay. So if you want to start out from the chair, you can. You can stand from here. Remember, sitting back. You can add some weights to that.
Or one leg.
And then you can do 30
Victoria
seconds.
showed us one leg last week.
One leg. Those are like
that was really good.
doing some one-legged, and then you can go into the 30 seconds push-ups. You can do your push-ups on the wall if you need to start out. You can go a little lower on a chair here, or you can go straight to the floor. You want to do one on the floor?
Okay.
She's all fancy.
On the
There we go. Do another.
So another knees.
So you can go on your knees, or you can go, okay?
Or wide with your hands. It makes it a little easier.
There we go. You can change it up, okay? So you can change those up. So squats, push-ups. So now you got your squats, you got some movement for your legs, and you got some upper body movement. And then you can just do 30 seconds of
Oh, okay.
So you only need to see the bottom, her bottom half anyways. 30 seconds of high knees, you can back. Anyways, those are some great ways to get movement, okay? And you want to stay active in the summertime. Get out. Stay, go for walks during your lunch break. Go for walks in the morning, whatever it takes to get that blood flowing.
Yeah.
Over here at Flow State Jiu-Jitsu, where I'm at over in Falcon, one way to get energized, we've got an ice bath here, or a cold bath. And the amazing thing is, something I discovered really quickly was my knee had been bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows my knee. I've been having a lot of inflammation. My knee, some arthritis in my back. Well, last Friday, it was funny because I actually I went and soaked my leg in the tub. It's a portable one. It's not that big. You can buy them probably on Amazon. Or you can just take a cold shower, right? You do it for like 2 minutes, but it's super cold. He said, today was like 50 degrees and it was still cold, but it wasn't as cold. But it was pretty cold on Friday. So I got in there and I was only in there literally for a couple minutes because it wasn't down to as cold as it normally gets. So he was going to start turning it on Friday, so it's a lot colder for me later.
Okay.
But after I did that, I was like, I had all this energy. I literally went home. I pulled weeds, watered everything. I was cleaning my house. All before 7:30, I had so much done. And he was talking about that, how it releases all these endorphins and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It just helps your body to recover better. So it's going to help with that. My joints didn't feel as bad anymore. I felt more energized. So it's hot outside. So in the morning, a good way, if you don't have, a way to get a cold, take a cold shower. So if you're
I like
in the
to
shower,
do like 2 minutes at the end of just cold.
Yep. After you take a shower,
takes your breath away, but it makes such a difference, and it helps you to manage your stress better.
Yeah,
it's really good for the brain
all the
too.
Endorphins and stuff. So they say start at 30 seconds. So turn it all the way to cold for 30 seconds. You will get used to it, and then when I get out, my legs are a little bit kind of numb because they go down to like 32 degrees here.
Nice.
It gets pretty cold, but your shower's not going to get that cold. But it's cooler water, and it actually, there is a study that it helps to burn. The brown fat is the fat that's actually within our muscles and around our organs. It's actually fat that's actually a little bit harder to get rid of. And I read about that one time, and it actually does that. So doing the cold plunges, is that what you're doing? We're talking about cold plunges, John. Anyways, it will wake you up. And I did it again this morning. Mm-hmm. And I got in further, and I did feel good. So I decided I'm going to start doing those on Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah, so. I do like the hydrotherapy with my arms a lot. And ice water, and then warm water, and then ice water.
If you have issues with your hands and stuff, why do you think they tell us to ice her? Ice when you have inflammation.
I always tell people to ice.
If you really have some issues, just get into cold bath.
Cold water. Just
All
do
right,
it.
so let's move on from there.
And we got protein. So protein is a secret summer weapon.
Yes, definitely. So protein, that is the biggest thing. That is the building blocks of muscle, and it's going to help you burn fat. When you build better, more lean muscle, feed your muscles with protein. You're going to start burning more calories. We really want that to keep us fuller, longer during the day. So you're going to feel fuller longer. Eat your carbs too, and eat your veggies. Eat fruits of the season, right? Or fruits and veggies of the season. But protein is the first thing. So you're going to these events, right? So say you're going to all these parties and fun events, and just know what your protein is. You're going to have protein. You're going to have all these things. It's just a matter of prioritizing the protein, and then go ahead and have all the fun stuff. Yeah. And that
20
way
to
it's going
30
to help
grams.
you burn those calories better and feel full longer, and just give you more energy. So,
yeah, it says 20 to 30 grams per meal,
which
and is
about
ideal if you can keep track of that.
Yeah, I usually say, palm size is good, so about a palm size, about 4 ounces. That's
Your
going to
lean
give you
meat.
about 20 grams. I always say, if you're trying to target 100 grams a day minimum, okay, it's usually based off of your goal weight. That's how many grams you should have. If your goal weight's 125, you should have 125 grams of protein. What you don't want to do is jump from where you're at, and you may not know where you're at, to all of a sudden trying to eat all this protein. So that's not going to do well for your digestive tract. So what you want to do is track your protein, take a look at it, have protein at every single meal and every snack, and then start counting, tracking it and going, okay, I'm having a good size, palm size protein for my main meals. You have cheese and crackers. Everybody likes to take those little
grilled chicken, fish,
cheese and
your good lean meats. If you're not eating lean meats and you're more of plant-based, like nuts are a good option. Legumes, rice,
tofu,
those kinds of things.
Spinach has protein.
And make sure you're getting plenty of fruits and veggies. You want to eat the rainbow.
Yes.
So don't think that, I don't like fruits and vegetables. Come on, you can change. Your palate can change. If you really don't like fruits and vegetables, just try to start incorporating them as best you can. If you can't and you just don't have the palate for it, then maybe a protein powder. So doTERRA has a great protein powder. I was just talking about a great protein. So you can do some smoothies. You can add peanut butter, avocados, any kind of nut butter if you're allergic to peanut butter. So it's just, there's a lot of different ways that you can incorporate protein into your diet, so you're not going for the sweets. I did that yesterday. I didn't have a whole lot of protein, and I should have. So my satiation was not there. I should have eaten more protein.
Yeah, you can, start off with I always say start off strong. So start in the morning, have a protein shake, have a smoothie, add in all that stuff so that you start out strong.
Yeah,
so you start out with like 30 grams of protein.
Because once you
start adding it in there, and then the rest of the day, no matter how your day goes, by the way, and things just aren't as good, at least you started out.
Yeah, and you start craving sugar, then you're just going to eat more and more of it. So eat protein. That's why I always tell people, if you're craving sugar, you actually need more protein.
Yeah. So it keeps you full, balances your blood sugar, supports your muscle recovery, and especially if you've been outside. A lot of times, I know when I've done Spartan races, afterwards I'm like dying for just a burger.
You need something.
I just want a burger.
Something. And there are some oils that are really good to be able to help you digest all that protein, like Victoria was saying. If you're going from a little bit to more and you're having a little digestive issues, or you're just going to a barbecue, rub some Digescent on your belly or put it in a capsule. So peppermint is really good, and that helps to give you better energy, curb cravings. We have an oil called MetaPower, which is really amazing for the metabolism.
They also have the little beads.
We have little beadlets, peppermint beadlets. Those are great. We have Digescent tabs now that would replace like Tums or like antacids that are on the market, which are really beneficial because they don't have bunch of crappy ingredients in it. Yeah, so just make sure you're getting enough protein and having some stuff to support your digestion.
All right, we're on to mindset reset. Choose freedom over all or nothing. All right, so really you don't want all or nothing. You don't want to have that mindset of it. You want, it's a progress, not perfection, okay? So get rid of that mindset of everything has to be perfect, that if you blew it and you had, something outside of the clean eating, that you blew for the day. Don't feel that way. Always know that it's one meal, one day is not going to ruin everything that you've done, okay? It takes some time. Last week when everybody was gone for, having fun for the 4th of July, on Monday, basically what I told all of our clients at FitBody was, don't weigh yourself. Wait till Friday. Start drinking more water, eating, go back to the regular way of eating, more protein, more veggies. By the end of the week, it's gone. It's inflammation. It's excess salt. It's a lot of this extra gunk. It's not fat, because it does take 3,500 calories to gain 1 pound of fat. And that would mean you would eat over like 15 to 20,000 calories over what your body would need just to gain like 3 to 5 pounds. So that's not,
a lot of that
weigh your water weight, it's inflammation. So what you want to do is just give yourself some time. So over the week, all of a sudden you'll notice the numbers are going to go down.
Yeah,
and if
so
you
have
don't
a good
believe
time.
me, weigh yourself on Monday and then keep weighing yourself every day and see what happens by Friday.
And then in moderation, have that sweet treat that if you want, or go to the barbecue, but just make sure you're hydrating, make sure that you're still eating as healthy as you can, but you don't have to cut everything out, because that's just a fad. That's like fad dieting. People are like, oh, it's my cheat day. I don't know. That's just not something that it's like, okay, in moderation. If you are a type of person that if you eat sugar and you just can't stop, then maybe that is something to look at and just, really cut out sugar of your diet. But if you can eat in moderation those the things that you don't need, then you'll be able to implement more things that you do need.
Yeah, you want to kind of get rid of it. People have gotten caught up on that cheat day. Well, that's a negative connotation, right? That's like a negative thing. You don't want to say cheat day because it sounds bad.
Yeah.
You don't want to use that. You just want to have flexible eating. It's easier to call it flexible eating, knowing that you're eating all the healthy foods and then you're flexible on one day.
Yeah.
That's okay. If you're tracking your foods, I usually tell people, track it figure out what you're supposed to have calorie wise for the day, and then multiply that by 7. And then if by the end of the week you've consumed that, let's say you have a low day, one day, that's okay. And then, you add it, as long as by the end of the week amount of calories in your diet for the week, that's going to matter more than you trying to hit 1,700 calories every single day. You have to have flexible. You have to be flexible.
That makes sense.
And it actually works better. There's an app that we're using now at FitBody. It's really kind of cool because there are some apps out there that do it, because we do calorie cycling sometimes. So that's what they're doing. And it's like doing that same thing. So during the week, hey, I'm really busy. I can't have all the calories, but don't drop below 1,300. And then all of a sudden, on the weekend, you're going to go out. Well, then have 2,000 or 3,000 calories and not feel bad about it, as long as you've stayed within the calories for the week. And that's usually the best way
and have
to
a positive mindset. Like a good mantra is, fuel my body with love, joy, and balance. So just tell yourself a good mantra, a good positive mindset.
To wrap it up, we're actually done. So to wrap it up, remember, hydrate smarter, eat protein, move daily, and mindset. Keep that mindset going, okay? So join us for our next healthy happy hour. If you want to get a hold of us, you can reach me at Her Strength Coaching. I'm here at Flow State Jiu-Jitsu on Mondays and Fridays at 5. And I am now at
Add a comment if you need anything. Love you guys.
Talk to you later.